Hi Scorpio, this is Alex. I'm here for your April 2019 reading. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. As I shuffle, just keep in mind, as always, it's a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. I wish it did, but it won't. And if it doesn't, do feel free to watch the videos of your other signs, like your Moon, your Rising, your Venus, because there could potentially be something in there that does click with you. Oh, all right. The King of Pentacles flipped over. Let's see if this is a financial card. That's too many. Alright, so we're going to do a Celtic cross, and then we're going to pull oracle cards from 3 different decks and try and tie it all in together. Let's see, what can we get for Scorpio, for our Scorp friends? Please. I'm seeing a lot of choices here for you, Scorpio. Maybe you've got a lot going on. Ooh. Fire energy. Okay. Well, so far you've got 3 different energies. Do excuse me, it will all come together once I finish this cross, but I'll tell you in the meantime more or less what we have. I'll just ooh and ah every time a new card comes up. Alright, it looks like so far you have the King of Pentacles crossed by the 7 of Cups. Now so far I'm feeling that this could be financial. Oop, that's definitely too many. So if you're dealing with financial projects, it looks like they're going quite well for you. It looks like you're really giving that energy, that grounded energy of, let's come first. You're really giving that grounded energy of the King of Pentacles. And you have a lot of choices here. The 7 of Cups is all about choices. I'm also getting a lot of fire energy here. You could be dealing with a fire sign. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Oh, well, that certainly colors everything a bit, doesn't it? 2 cards popped up for the outcome, but I think I'm going to take them. They popped out together. All right, let's see. So here we have on the bottom of the deck, the 2 of Pentacles. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is it's always about a decision in essence, choosing between 2 things. And you see the sign, the infinity symbol here, going around and around and around and around. Not being able to make this decision. Usually it is a financial decision. But let's see. I mean, I see finances, I see passion here, I see a lot of things. So let's go through and look at everything. All right. So, as I said, crossing your deck, we have, crossing the center of your reading, we have the King of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Right. As I said, if this is financial, it looks like you have a wonderful project in the works that could potentially make you a lot of money. It's a very grounded, realistic project, and it looks like it could go in many different ways, and you're just deciding what the best way for that is. Otherwise, if you're dealing with love, you could be dealing with an earth sign. So that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Although it doesn't have to be that. It could also be someone who's very grounded, very practical. But the King of Pentacles is an interesting one because look at him holding his wine and his chocolate cake. He's grounded, he's practical, but he appreciates the finer things in life. This could also be you at the moment. It doesn't have to be someone you're dealing with. You could be taking a break or putting things in order and really appreciating the finer things in life for once. Giving yourself time and space to do that, allowing yourself to do it, and just choosing what direction you want to go in next. Go for it. Because it looks like there's been a bit of conflict around lately. We have the Five of Wands in your past energy. So the Five of Wands is about conflict. It looks like you might have had a bit of fighting in the past, either with someone else or potentially with yourself too. You could have been battling a deep battle inside. We know that Scorpios can sometimes do that. They're very introspective, they think a lot, on a level where not a lot of signs can actually understand. No? Scorpio is always a funny one because I always get the impression that it's a fire sign, and it's really not, it's a water sign. So you are all about the feelings, but I feel you kind of present yourself like this fiery, passionate, really open person, whereas actually you've got all of these hidden depths. So this could be about fighting with yourself. Otherwise, it could easily be fighting with someone else. Looks like a bit of nastiness in the past. What else do we have? For past energy, we also have the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, not the five, the Ace of Pentacles. Alright, if this is about finances, it looks like you've recently come across a wonderful opportunity. Something that might allow you to make more money than you were before. A wonderful idea. Otherwise, this could be about something else. It doesn't have to be finances. It could easily be about a new beginning with an earth sign, or with someone who has those earth sign feelings and groundedness. All right, interesting. But, well, that is past energy. We're not so interested in the past energy now, are we? We're more interested in the future energy. And let me tell you, it's coming. And boy, is it coming. All right, so for some future energy, you have the Eight of Wands. Oh, excuse me. And the Eight of Wands is something that moves very, very fast. It's the card of speed. It's the card of speedy communication too. So don't think it's strange if you suddenly receive an unexpected message through anything, through any digital platform, any social media, or I mean even in person or through traditional mail delivery services. It could be anything. Also, traditionally, the Eight of Wands is known as Cupid's arrows. It's a love that hits very quickly and very strongly and tends to be very real. So, expect a message or an extreme development. Anytime now. Anytime now. But I still see conflict too. Here you have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands, a lot of people take it as a kind of paranoid card. Look at this girl. She's fighting it off against everyone. Even her cat is helping. Thinks, why are you all against me? What did I do? Some people think it's a little too much. But I always like to think of the saying, just because I'm paranoid does not mean people aren't after me. I mean, make sure you understand what's going on, but don't be surprised if people are there to harass you a little bit. I mean, sometimes they don't understand you, Scorpio. Sometimes they might take what you say badly when you didn't mean it that way at all. Maybe it's time to clarify a little what you think, so that you don't end up in these situations where you feel like nobody understands you and the whole world is against you. And it's not just that it's in your head, they might be, but they might be because they may have misinterpreted what you said, not because of what you actually feel. I find that this reading is a little all over the place today. There's so many different energies. Let's take a look. All right. It looks like, honestly, I think you see yourself quite happily. This is the Three of Cups. Look at them dancing, celebrating. It looks to me like you're quite happy with yourself. This is also, it represents you because the cups are the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So you feel very much in your element. You're actually really happy. Maybe you're having fun times at home or with friends. You're very comfortable. But people see you a little bit turned off, maybe a little bit, what would I say? Like disengaged. Like you've kind of gone to bed during a party. And you might think you're there partying it up. But other people might feel like you've actually just gone to bed. You're turned off. Nighty-night for Scorpio. That's maybe how they might feel. Make sure you're not projecting too much detachment. Of course, I mean, if they want to take it that way and you don't mean it that way, then, you know, forget them too. Everyone can make up their own minds. But, you know, if you don't want to create that image, be careful with it. Because it could be making you feel alone. All right. In your hopes and or fears, we have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is all about watching your ships come in, looking at the horizon and seeing, waiting a little bit for everything that you've worked on to come in. But it also is kind of manifesting that. It can be about making your own reality come true. I mean, it's about watching your ships come in. You created that. Here we can see this witch, this wizard, casting the spell. The cat is stupefied. He's doing amazingly. And look at him. Or look at her. Not breaking one sweat. I believe this is a hope. I think you really want to use that energy. You want to channel that energy. You want to decide on what you want and manifest it. Whether that's in love or in business. This April may be about finally making that change. Alright. And in your final outcome, now we had two cards. I feel like they're meant to be read together in some cases, but I'm also going to read them separately. And then we'll see what they can mean together. This is the Fool. It's the first one I saw when they both jumped out. Now, I love the Fool's energy. If you've seen my channel art, it always says, we're all fools on our own journey, because I love the Fool's journey. Some people can take it as an insult, but the Fool is just so full of innocence, youth, sense of adventure. Look at her. She doesn't care that she's about to jump off a cliff. She's ready for it. Bring on the cliff. And that's wonderful. I mean, if it weren't for heroes like that, we wouldn't have amazing stories. So do it, Scorpio. If you feel like taking a dive off that cliff, you do it. Because you're going to make it out much better than when you began. We also have here the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups, honestly, it's one of the most romantic cards in the deck. The Knight of Cups is a hopeless romantic. You could have an unexpected development in love by the end of this month. It's very, very possible here, especially with, as I said, the Eight of Wands, Cupid's arrows. It looks like for me, you do have a lot of Wands energy here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The majority of this reading is Wands energy. So fire signs, you could be dealing with fire signs or just with people who are very passionate. Of course, you do have other ones too, so it's not only that. But in essence, expect a development in love. It could be coming. It could even be you who makes the step if you're jumping into that. Or maybe someone will come with the message and you'll be like, oh yeah, bring it on. You know how to communicate with me. We can do it. Especially because it's the Knight of Cups, so again, it represents you as a water sign. You could either be making this move, or then you could understand this move very, very well, because they could put it in the exact words that you want to hear. I love the Knight of Cups. I'm all tingly, Scorpio. Although it looks like this, I mean, it could be near the end of the month more than anything. Or it could be the final outcome of the energies of this month. Remember, time is kind of fluid with the cards. It might not be this month, it could be after. But the energy for April very much has to do with this. So even if it takes longer, what you're doing now is going to directly impact this. So go with your gut. Do what you think is right, because I see a fabulous result here for you. And things could start moving very quickly. Very quickly. I mean, look, it's a bloody tornado here. We're not in Kansas anymore. All right, for those of you that didn't want romance, the Knight of Cups could just bring any emotional message. You might need some healing. Maybe a water sign could bring you some information that you've been wanting, or a water sign could help you out in your business venture, and that might be just the push you need to take that leap of faith with the Fool here. So don't worry, it doesn't all have to be about romance. I'm just reading what I got. All right. Speaking of romance, I'm sorry to do this now, but we're going to move on to our oracle cards, and first I do the romance angels. For those of you that aren't interested, I do tie them into business. I do try to analyze them both ways, but if you're not interested, you can either skip it so you can see the rest of the oracles, or you feel free to sign off too, obviously. I mean, you can do it anyway. All right. So let's see, what romance angels do we have for Scorpio for April 2019? What guidance can we get in love, please? Come on, deck, don't let me down now. I have a strange relationship with this deck, I swear. All right. Let's see, one more, please, deck. I'm going to pull one. Okay, no, not. There we go. Let's see. All right, first of all, we have karmic relationship. You knew each other already. Excuse my deck, it is in Spanish, but I will translate. You already knew this person, so if this is about romance, Scorps, it's definitely very powerful for you. It's very impactful, and it's because it might have something to do with a karmic relationship. You might have known this person in a past life, or they might bring out, if you don't believe in past lives, they might bring out other aspects of you, hidden aspects, maybe from your childhood or from your past. All right, interesting. If you're not into romance, you know, it doesn't always have to be romantic. You could have a karmic relationship with one of your business partners, or it could just be that the business itself, or the project itself, or the job itself is like a karmic relationship to you. It's extremely powerful. All right. We also have take care of your family problems. Your love life will improve when you forgive your parents. Now, this is terribly specific. You might think, huh? Like, what do I have against my parents? Or on the other hand, you could also be like, no, I'm never forgiving them. What they did is too serious. Look, this might only be for some specific Scorpios out there. If your family members are the ones that have been meddling in this, the ones that have been causing conflict and hurting you, if you can forgive them and you're comfortable with that, and they haven't done anything too bad, then, you know, forgive them, move on, forget it. Don't try to hold a grudge, because sometimes it can hurt more. If what they've done is those grudge-worthy things, then even if you don't forgive them, move away from them, get them out of your life. There's no need to be suffering and fighting all the time. Same goes for business if it's not about romance. If your parents aren't meddling with your romantic partner or anything, you could have problems merging work and family. Remember to keep both as a priority and try to do some Libra weighing of the scales. It's difficult for all of us, but let's give it a shot. All right, and here we have attract your soulmate. All right, prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help you find your soulmate. All right, so if you're into meditation and all that, it might help you attract it. Manifestation, if you have it very clear what you want, it's easier to attract. If you don't believe in manifestation or meditation or anything of the sort, then more than anything, just figure out what you want and then go through the steps to bring it closer to you. This can be in romance if you know who you want. Think about exactly what you want with them and how to bring it about. If it's in business, then same goes. Think about exactly what you want and what steps you can put in place to make it happen. All right, so that's it for the romance angels. Let's move on to the goddess guidance. I do love this for guidance. Okay. If you're a guy Scorpio, don't feel bad about taking some goddess guidance. A lot of ancient Greek heroes did. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But take them your way too. Let's see. Come on, 2 more for Scorps. For our Scorpio friends. Well, alright, the deck is feeling generous with you. Look at that. My goodness. I'm not reading all of these decks. Looks like they're giving you a lot of guidance. Or you have a lot of goddesses on your side. Oop. Oh, Scorpio, work it. Alright, I'll get right to that. Just let me get one more. Oh, I'm so excited now. As I said, I love the Knight of Cups. Scorpio. All right, we've got first one is Aphrodite. This is the goddess within. It says, awaken your goddess within through dancing, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. It might sound a bit too out there. Basically, enjoy music, take care of yourself, appreciate how amazing you are, all right? You are like Aphrodite. And if you're a guy, you're still like Aphrodite. Everyone has some feminine energy. There's nothing wrong with taking good care of yourself or enjoying a fruity cocktail with a little umbrella. Take care of yourself and appreciate how amazing you are, because I'm sure other people do. It's just maybe you miss it sometimes. Right, here's what I was excited about. You got Guinevere, true love. Right? The romantic commotion of your heart has impulsed the universe to send you a great love. All right, you've been asking for a great love, Scorpio. Look at this. I mean, we have the Knight of Cups. We have Cupid's arrows, the Eight of Wands. We have karmic relationship. And now we have true love. This is the first time I've received this card for any reading. And it's for you. True love. Look at that. If you're not after romance, then you might be married to the right job. True love. All right. And last but not least, Artemis. She's the guardian here. Artemis is the goddess of the moon, and of the hunt and of the wilderness, like the fauna. In this case, she's saying that you and those you love are safe and spiritually protected. So there's nothing to fear. Artemis can hit the bullseye every time. So go for it. Take some of that energy. All right. Now, last but not least, we're going to do some I Ching. I Ching. If you're not familiar with it, I really do recommend you look into it. It's one of the oldest forms of divination. It comes from China. They used to kind of cast little bones or coins to come up with their combinations. There are 64 in total. Obviously, now it's much easier with these cards. We don't have to get any little bones. But I find that they really do resonate. They can be, Scorpio, they can be very poetic or metaphorical, although a water sign like you should appreciate them. But I will read them out to you, and then we'll try and analyze them so they fit a little better. All right, come on, I Ching. We need a couple of cards for Scorpio. We're going to pull 2 cards, one for the current situation and another for how it will develop in the future. Come on, I Ching. I'll give you one more chance. 1, 2, 3. All right. Number 11 for the current situation. What about the future, I Ching? 1, 2, 3. And number 1. Oh my goodness. Scorpio, you're going to love this. Number 1 is a beautiful card. And look at that. 11 and 1. 11 and 1. 1, 1, 1. The 11 is the wish number, like 1111. It's a master number in numerology. And 1. All right. You're going to love it. But let's see what they say. For number 11, it's called Tai, peace. Ta'ai. Above we have earth, and below we have heaven. Heaven and earth unite, a peaceful paradise. In winter, peace is found through rest. In spring, peace is found through action. Heaven influences earth through the cycle of seasons, and all living things prosper by harmonizing with them. Thus, the wise person finds peace by finding heaven within his or her own earthly being. All right, Scorpio. You see, a peaceful paradise. On earth, find heaven in earth, right? If that's your partnership, if that's your romance, go for it. This is your paradise. If it's for work, the same goes. Build your paradise here on earth. Make it yours. But a peaceful paradise. Heaven meets earth. I feel it's like you and your soulmate, or you and your business, whichever way you prefer to read it. Heaven meets earth. Beautiful. All right, and finally we have number 1. Look at that. You had heaven and earth. This one is heaven and heaven. So from heaven and earth, we go to heaven and heaven. You can't get more heavenly than that. Listen to it. Heaven upon heaven, time and eternity are one. Heaven is the sky, always both above and below, as day and night surround the planet. Heaven is also the presence of the divine, which is above, below, all around and within. Both time and eternity influence humanity through the creative power of heaven. Sublime success is assured through creative perseverance. Heaven meets heaven, right? This is amazing. What did they say? Success is assured through creative perseverance. Success is assured. The creative power of heaven. Sublime success is assured through creative perseverance. What can I tell you, Scorpio? Whether that's in romance, speaks for itself, or whether it's in business, creative perseverance will make you succeed. That's guaranteed. It speaks for itself. I'm going to leave it there. This is a wonderful reading. Whether you want love or business, very, very positive vibes for April, or for the energy in April that might manifest later. But you've got it, Scorps. Have a great April, and I'll see you next month for your May monthly. Bye-bye.